The tragedy of Claire Henderson. A perfect marriage turned into a nightmare. Falling in love, getting married, and building a perfect family is a dream for many young women. Claire Henderson believed she had found the love of her life. Young, beautiful, and full of hope, she never imagined that her fairy tale would turn into a nightmare that would shock the entire nation. Chapter 1. The Perfect Man. Claire was born in San Diego, California, in 2002. Since childhood, she had dreamed of a love story like the ones in the movies. When she turned 17, she met James Carter, an accomplished entrepreneur and owner of an exclusive chain of fitness clubs. At 31 years old, James won Claire over with his charm, generosity, and extravagant gifts. A few months into their relationship, James proposed, an elegant ring, a romantic dinner, tears of joy. Claire was convinced that he was her destiny. Despite her parents' objections, they eloped and moved to Los Angeles. On the surface, their life seemed perfect: luxury homes, expensive cars, and vacations around the world. But behind closed doors, a dark reality was unfolding. Chapter 2. The first red flags. Just months after their wedding, Claire started noticing strange changes in James's behavior. Red circle: he monitored her phone calls and messages. Red circle: he forbade her from seeing friends. Red circle: he became jealous over insignificant things. Claire dismissed these as signs of love. He's just afraid of losing me, she told herself. But soon, James's jealousy turned into something more sinister. One evening, during an argument, he grabbed her arm so hard that bruises remained. Another time, he smashed her phone in a fit of rage because she didn't answer his call immediately. But the real nightmare began on the morning of August 3, 2022. Chapter 3. Claire's disappearance. At 5:45 a.m. James called 911. Right finger, my wife is missing. I woke up, and she was gone. He told the police that Claire had left their house in the middle of the night and never returned. Her phone was off, and her credit cards had not been used. Magnifying glass security camera footage from their home showed the front door opening at 2:30 a.m. But Claire's face was never visible on the recording. Detectives launched an immediate investigation. 48 hours later, they found the first crucial clue: a highway surveillance video. In the footage, James was seen carrying a large sports duffel bag to his storage unit in the suburbs. When officers arrived at the storage facility, they were immediately hit by the strong smell of bleach. Chapter 4. A shocking discovery. Inside the storage unit, they found the same duffel bag. And inside, Claire Henderson's lifeless body. But the most disturbing part was yet to come. Warning: the autopsy revealed that Claire had not died on August 3, but at least 2 days earlier. Warning: there were no signs of struggle, but her bloodstream contained a lethal dose of sleeping pills. Warning: investigators uncovered James's chilling search history. How fast does poison work? And how to stage a suicide? When police arrested James, he desperately tried to maintain his innocence. But the evidence against him was overwhelming. Chapter 5. Trial and verdict. During the trial, James insisted that Claire had left on her own and that he panicked and hid her body. But the prosecution proved the truth. Revolving light: he had laced her tea with sleeping pills. Revolving light: once she lost consciousness, he smothered her with a pillow. Revolving light: he then staged her disappearance to mislead authorities. The jury took less than 2 hours to reach a verdict: life in prison without parole. The once perfect husband would now spend the rest of his life behind bars. The story of Claire Henderson would serve as a haunting reminder to thousands of women in abusive relationships. Chapter 6. Claire's legacy. After her death, Claire's parents established a foundation to help victims of domestic violence. Her story inspired countless women to recognize the warning signs and seek help before it was too late. Right finger. Today, her name stands as a symbol of the fight for freedom and justice.